I'm the VP of Performance Marketing over at Beyond Inc. And what Beyond Inc. is kind of a holding company over a number of brands. And some of those key brands which we're going to talk about is Bed Bath & Beyond, as well as Overstock.com, Bye Bye Baby is a new addition to the family, as well as Zulily. When I first found Session AI, we were Overstock.com. And so that was the brand we were running. And with that, we had, we targeted a savvy shopper. And so we were starting to have to use bigger and bigger coupons to make the sales. And that was becoming harder and harder because at the same time you're dealing with the general inflation that you have to actually acquire traffic too. And so you're dealing with kind of pressure on both of those, and you need to look for solutions to say, how can I do this smarter? Because if I can save a couple points on how much my coupon costs are, that's money that flows straight through to the bottom line for you. And so you have to look for those more cutting edge techniques or new strategies or new technologies that allow you to do those types of things. I really want to point out the likely to buy group. That's the area where I think we've found a ton of success. And it's something that I'm really proud of what I was able to bring to the company. Working with you guys is the amount of savings that we're able to generate in coupons by actually not giving a coupon. We've found that that is a very seamless experience that withholding the coupon allows more people to come through, better margins, better sales. We're not training them to get a coupon. We've done different experiments with that group where now we can start to look at the likely to buy and say, okay, now what do we want to do something different? So we've experimented and had success delivering a really kind of upsell coupons where we've done 100 off $500, 80 off $400. Different things like that where now we can try to incent the behavior to say, oh, you were likely to purchase something, why don't you throw another thing in there? Why don't you get more? And we're happy to have a bigger relationship and give you more of a discount at that way because now you're driving the behavior that you want. Many of you have to do the same thing where you got to do a POC and you got to prove something out and can it work and can it not. So this is what we did with Session AI. I looked at it and said, okay, let's prove this out in one marketing channel because we send about 40% of our traffic to that page. We're a big Google Shopping customer. And so we could measure, the main thing I wanted to measure was sales lift and conversion rate. And so, we did see a nice lift in conversion rate. And then the piece that I wasn't expecting from the POC, but really helped the business case, was then we also did see margin improvement. And so that was really helpful to be able to isolate to a single channel and really prove out that case, and then be able to go and make the business case that much easier to say, okay, well now if we applied this to everything, this is what we could get. We had actually developed interstitial coupons and click to activate coupons as part of our kind of homegrown native platform already, but we didn't have the smart features to that. So we were really adding that and working with Session AI to be able to have smart features with the coupons, but there were still going to be instances where our native couponing technology would apply as well. And then later we actually brought in Salesforce as well for more of that known customer. So then we could really look at Session AI was the anonymous customer that could really hit the majority of the site. Then we had Salesforce for where we could actually fingerprint and know somebody who someone was, and then have each of those kind of three competing technologies all at the same time and not overlapping. And I think you guys were a great partner to work with. Thinking about the customer journey, and if we think about the journey as the click model, then touching customers at different places. I think where we play today tends to be, right in that kind of, 4 to 7-ish click kind of range. Are there different nudges, different things we can do along that, as well as, kind of out past, kind of that 7-ish space? Because I think there's a lot of room to apply different messaging, and really if you just think about it as a communication tool, it's a way for you to communicate with your customer during their journey. And so the more you can learn, the more you can model out, the more creative you can be with it. Doesn't always have to be a coupon. You know, if you have offer a stored credit card, if you have a loyalty program, there's a point in the journey that you can do that. So I think there's so much you can do with the technology. So I'm excited to continue to work and grow with you guys.